Morning. I'm gonna hit this one more time. Grand rising, grand rising. Halito to you. Peace and blessings, family. Yes, I am up very early. It's 5:30 here in Central Time in Laredo, Texas. And I don't have a lot of time to actually be on live all day. Shout out to old son. I see you in the building. So I was gonna, somebody told me, take the time and make a video about Frankie. You know what I'm saying? And Keisha Cole's mother. And I said, well, time is very hard for me, but I'll get up early this morning and talk about this tragedy because this is really, really, really tragedy when it comes down to our people. When it comes down to our people, because a lot of us can relate. Not me. I can't. I never had a mother that was dealing with drugs and dealing with or fighting with this sickness. I never had one like that. But I know people who have. And I also had a family member. I also have family members that fought in this situation. I know, in that part of you, close family member, and I don't want to disclose what family member, but it's becoming this, and we're talking about when all the way back from the crack pandemic. It has been destroying the nation for years, and this started down in the early '80s, where they were using, going into our communities, in our communities, um, destroying melanated people, with crack cocaine and heroin and cocaine. You know what I'm saying? So, um, this is one of the reasons why I never had respect for Jay Z. Jay Z was one of the brothers that was feeding the community. He's rich right now. It's a lot of these brothers are now good. When they all straighten up their life. They're rich millionaires right now, and they're doing good with their life. But they have really polluted the community. Grand rising to you, Shaniqua. And this is what we have to understand, that America America knew what they were doing. America has tarnished our community by using our people against our own people, feeding the community with toxins. And this is what, we've been dealing with this for a very long time. And the reason why I bring up this lady, Frankie, I've seen the episodes of this lady, ups and downs of her life. She was never happy. She lost Keisha Cole to the state. Keisha Cole was not even raised by her mother. Shout out to her chief that's in the house. Keisha Cole was not even raised by her mother. But sometimes your daughters and your sons always feel like they can come back, and they always feel that it's their fault. And they're always trying to help the person who should have been helping them. Grown folks. Now, this lady died at 61 years old from the darkness that took her children away. This is how she lost her children. This is how she lost Keisha Cole. because of her darkness. This is how she died, because of her darkness. You know, we talk about Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown. You know, you see Bobby Brown and all his family, multiple parts. It doesn't matter. Bobby Brown was with Whitney. Bobby Brown's side, he's lost so many of his own children to drugs. On his side, overdosing. Yeah, she wanted to get her mother clean so bad. Keisha Cole was working so hard to help her mother. But some people don't want to help themselves. And when you have lack of love for yourself, you don't see. When you caught up in drugs, when you caught up into a sickness, you don't see nobody else but you. Keisha Cole's worked very hard, and you can't throw money at certain things. There's certain things that you just can't throw money at. I was looking at the young man, Little Nas X, and you see his situation. The young man who was portraying himself riding the devil, and then they say that his mother is roaming the streets, homeless. They say his mother is running the streets, homeless, still dealing with her addictions. But then you ask the children to rehabilitate the parent. You ask the children to rehabilitate the children. I mean, the parent. Realize TV in the house. It's a sad, sad, sad story. And like I said, we glorify these rappers who have been damaging our communities. The nail in the house. I want people to understand this. Keisha Cole worked very hard. She sacrificed a lot just to get her mother back in her life. Most young people, once they are raised by other people, they move on from their parents because they feel like their parents have failed them. Keisha Cole was not that kind of young lady. She put all in her heart, but some things you just can't buy. When a person is a junkie, some things you just can't buy for people. When they're old, when they're damaged. When you are a damaged person, there's so much you can do for somebody. Because a person refused to help themselves. Sometimes you just got to let them fall deep into their hole because there's nothing that you can do. Once a person is gone, they're gone. I have seen it multiple times. I have seen people, so selfish. All they give a damn is about them. I have seen parents, the grandparents, refuse to take the children out of the matter and allow the children to go to the state because they want to teach their own child a lesson, but you hurting the grandchildren. You're taking you want to teach the person that's sick a lesson, but you're hurting the children. See, family back in the days, family would take family when they seen that another child was not I mean that the child was not capable of raising, the family would take over. uh, I kind of feel like Keisha Coles finally got something to lift off her back. She no longer have to worry about the well-beings of a mother who has been sick for many years. Rest in peace to Frankie, but Now Keisha Cole can actually live. Kawana's in the house. Now Keisha Cole can actually live now that her sick mother is gone. Rest in peace to Frankie. But now your daughter, who has been trying so much to cover up for your darkness and not being able to live. And now she's able to live. There's somebody in your family that's going through what Keisha Coles have been through. There's somebody. There's a one person that we keep handicapping. There's a person that we keep on trying to save. We try to save everybody, but the right people. The children being neglected because of a grown person being selfish. Because grown people want they love for the toxic drug over their family. And a lot of people say, well, Peter, you don't understand. You never been through, or what? Oh, yes, I do understand. And I lived through a family member who almost gave up everything, but he's clean to this day. Almost lost everything. A close family member of mine who just had a birthday. And I want people that are on you die on your birthday. You was that selfish. You on your birthday at 61 years old. This is how you celebrate at 61 years old. At 61 years old, you celebrate overdosing yourself. It's selfish. And a lot of you guys may be upset with me for saying that, but it's selfish. Because everything that her daughter done for her, you just threw it all away because you wanted to party. Frankie walked out of rehab several times. She walked out of rehab several times. This is a problem in our community, and this is the reason why I'm talking about it. Yes, I am big on my Aborigines channel of talking about Aborigine, but we got to talk about some of the things that has been that's been holding us down, hindering us from greatness. There's some things that we have to stop hindering us from greatness. And we have to understand that we got people. Keisha Cole is not the only one that has been through this. There are several more people. You know somebody in your family, and you could be just like Keisha Cole. We're shining in the house, and this is a fact. I had it on my mind when I was sleeping. I was sitting there thinking about so many people. And we look at the rap game. We look at these young people. The stuff that they say in the raps. Music ain't even what music used to be. Hip hop was a way of, it wasn't just about, about money. Hip hop is a way to uplift the people and turn their mindset on something positive. Hip hop is now became a way of bitches and hoes, calling women, beautiful women, bitches and hoes. Hip hop is coming a way of flossing, stunting about what you got on you. This is hip hop today. There's no real singing in music no more. We don't see real groups singing boys to men. We don't see a real great singing no more. I don't see too many. I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys are up to date with this stuff that you listen to. But there's not no real soul out here. The music is bullshit. No more Patti LaBelle's and Aretha Franklin's. There's no more great singers out there. Nothing about everything is about showing your ass. And that's what it's all about. You got to look good in the game. It's all about what you look like. It's not your talent. It's not about your talent no more. We have watched the world change right before our eyes. We have watched things change right before our eyes. We are losing ourselves. And I don't believe in that religious stuff, but when it comes down to the end of the world, our mindset in the end of the world, we're losing ourselves. The industry has destroyed. The industry has destroyed our people. It has destroyed our people, sacrificing. We got men who on their knees more than women. And I hate to talk like this. We got so many men that are broken. Men are broken, so feminine out here. The women don't have a chance. There's competition to pull women. Ladies can't even be ladies because they have competition from men who want to be the woman. A woman can't even dress like a lady because she feels that only a man would look at her if she wear her skirt short. There was a time when a man can think about what was underneath the skirt. Shout out to Lady Solo. There was a time when a man can think about what's underneath the skirt. And the first contact with a woman and a man was conversation. They talked. Now you have internet and people are lazy. The internet has grown as so strong and has taken over our people. Nobody wants to talk anymore. Everybody wants to, everything is too easy. Conversation ain't nothing, ain't worth nothing no more. We're connected to the drugs and the toxin of the world. When I think about Frankie, Frankie was a very on the outside she was very funny. Frankie was a very funny lady. She had a high spirit. She was a spirit. She had a very strong energy. But I knew deep when I was watching her that she was crying in the inside. I knew that she was crying in the inside. See, Frankie has been through so much as a young lady. Frankie was raped. Frankie was raped. She had been in some horrible relationships. Frankie was beaten. She was out in the streets, and then she wound up getting into drugs. But all the intelligence in the world, she could have, she could have been successful because she was, she when her daughter had her on her show. I mean, the lady is funny, naturally funny. People wanted her to, they wanted to do her own show about Frankie. Frankie was a big energy. But Frankie loved her drugs more than she loved her daughter, more than she loved herself. Shout out to Drizzle Gang. More than she loved herself. Our women in America have been broken. The system has broken the women in America. There's a lot of women out here that are so broken and they will never, ever get a husband. They will never, it's just a reality. They're so broken. They will never get the person that they should, that they can live with for the rest of their life because they're so broken. They won't allow a good man in their life. They won't allow it. See, they won't allow. You didn't see Frankie with a man. And see, when you're broken, a broken person, a broken heart, don't know how to love. Don't know how to love. And what do you ask for in life? Most women look for a great. They look for when a young lady is very young. When young girls are playing in school, they want a husband. They talk about they want a husband. They fantasy king. But the pick of the litter is very, very thin. It's a crossroad in our community. It's a crossroad in our community. You got if you got a bad, a jacked up woman, you got a jacked up man. Latanya Lloyd. I have always told people that you always think of somebody else before you think of yourself. Why do we condition our minds to believe that you will get somebody and then not love you? Eventually, that person gonna see that you don't love you. And that person is going to use you up because they see that you don't love you. But if you turn the ties and you show the love from you, that you love yourself, then the person will respect you because they would see that you have love for you. A lot of good. Why do you think a lot of women don't allow a good man in their lives? Why saying they want a good man? Because if these women are broken women who truly don't love themselves, they cannot be conditioned to love you. When you deal with a broken person, they can't even be capable of loving you. They can't think of you because they still don't love them. How can they think of you when they still don't love themselves? That's why I tell people, y'all, don't be quick to get into marriage until you understand, until you actually. I tell people, and that you need to live with a person. Don't just jump into the marriage. Actually live with that person, and you see their thoughts. You see how they live. You see what kind of condition they in. Don't just be quick to marry them. Live with them first. See their habits, because a lot of habits they're not going to show when you're dating. A person can be very perfect when you dating. They'll show they show you all kinds of They hide their flaws. They're not going to show you their real flaws. These are things that they're going to hide. But most of these women come from broken families, broken, mother who've been living on crack for all these years. So, of course, they're going to bring their pain right back to you. Some of them been raped. A tarnished woman will tarnish you. A tarnished man will tarnish a woman. They got men, unfortunately. They got men, young men, that you don't even understand. Young men out here who have been raped, molested by their woman, by their mother's boyfriends. The mother boyfriend come on over and he has interest in her sons, touching her sons. But you think it's just a female. There's a lot of things that have gone on in our community throughout the years that have separated us, our community, our people, have destroyed our people, and drugs was the number one problem. Drugs was the number one problem in so-called African-American communities that are not African-American, that are Aborigine to this land. They have been doing that. This has been going on. The number one thing that they did in the 80s was when the crack act, the crack pandemic. The crack pandemic has destroyed our people. And this is something we still don't talk about. DBPA in the house. My brother said, I'm glad you said all that. I'm a personal believer. It's because of the lack of fathers in the homes. The boys are broken. The girls are broken. Deep down, they don't know what a man is. And they don't. Why would they know what a man is? Because they've been raped. They have been abandoned. Why would they know what it's like to be around a real man? Because they have seen toxin all their life. Everything that they have been surrounded around, they have been around toxic people. You can't make it up. Our people have been surrounded around toxin. And how do we make that up? Statistics don't lie. They like I told you, indoctrination. And when you talk about school systems, when we get back to school systems, what goes on in the school system, what goes on in general of life, breaking our people on who they are. A lot of people don't know who they are. A lot of families don't communicate the little dark secrets in the family. They got so many dark secrets in family. People don't talk about all these dark secrets when a mother is turning her head to the other side and she ignores that her child has been getting raped. And then when you see these young ladies who really don't have can't show compassion to the man, when they're broken by the time they get to a decent young man, because they already been raped. They already been broken because of the toxic nature of what they've been brought up in. So a lot of people been brought up in some toxic situations. And we don't want to talk about it because it may apply to you. It may apply to this person. But you know what? You got to listen. It's nothing bad when you get to the source. And that's the problem now. We are afraid to get to the source. We're afraid to jump to the matter of the source of what's dividing our people, what's breaking our people up. We are afraid to even get to the source because there's real truth out here. It's real. There's a real truth why we so disconnected because we are failed to admit the things that is going on in the community. And then you think you can just patch it up and not talk about it. And then guess what? The next generation go through it. The next generation go through it. And then we have broken situations. And then we just cover it up. We gotta we gotta stop covering up the fuckery. We got to stop doing it. I'm sorry. We cover up too much. We're afraid to say what's wrong with our people. We always, people gonna start, oh, you a coon. You're talking about our people. No, everything starts with our people. You want to blame the white man for everything, but we can't start with our people. When are we going to blame ourselves on our circumstances, the things that we have done? When are we going to start with us? Because we give the white man too much power. We give the white man, every day we talk about the white man, the white man's keeping us down. No, you are in reality are keeping you down. In reality, we are really keeping ourselves down. That's reality. Shout out to Keith Graham. That's reality. The reality is we keep us down. Now, we got to keep, we promote and we keep saying white man, white man, white man, white man, white man, white man, white man this, white man that. But the white man ain't the one in the family that is the reason why you toxic. You being toxic has nothing to do with the white man. We have to stop giving him all the praise and stop, and I hate that. We're giving him all the energy. And this is the reason why we going around thinking we African people, because they told us we African people. You can't think above that because somebody told you what you are. You can't think beyond that. We tell people on this channel, do your genealogy, you'll realize you're more connected here than anywhere. See, people don't want to get connected to learning who they are because they're comfortable with who they are. That's the problem with our people now. We just comfortable being who we are. We don't want to be great. That's a fact. That term African American, that was given to you. African American, that does not even exist. African American. You don't see Europeans calling themselves European Americans. You don't see Asians calling themselves Asian Americans. They don't make themselves a continent in the country. They don't do that. We're the only people that have been multiple names. I don't know how many times I preach this all the time. We have multiple names. We're the only people live with multiple names. Negro, Afro-American, all these names. And you have to understand, why did they do this? Why did they confuse us? And they keep you in one little small bubble. Our people have been kept in one small bubble. You cannot believe that only melanated people are, in one section of the earth. I hope you're not that small-minded. If you are the original man and woman of the planet, how could you just be caught in Africa? You're the original man and woman. You own the planet. You don't just, have America. You own everything. Some people don't like me saying that, but it's the truth. You don't just have Turtle Island. Our people was from down South America all the way up to Canada. This is truly a continent, not a country. We had a more yesterday. I happen to be shout out to AP if he ever hear me on this live. But shout out to AP and his channel because they had a more on his channel, and this guy literally was talking so ignorant yesterday. It was so crazy, you know. And he literally, he's from California and Texas, but he believes he's from Africa. And he can't believe that our people were so intelligent. Our people were so great that we started over here. He can't believe that because he's so stuck with the school system and what the school system have told him. So many times we separate our own self from our land. We give up everything. You don't see, no matter, even if white people believe they're from Europe, they sure not talking about Europe. You guys talking about Africa, and your ass ain't been to Africa. White people don't talk about Europe. They talk about America. But you want to disconnect yourself from here. That was the whole trick. The whole trick is to get your mind and believing you from somewhere else. Your ass was born and raised in these hospitals here in America, but yet you want to be disconnected with your homeland. Because what the master said, I don't belong here. That's what Sambos do. And then they want to talk about Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom, Johannes was not the coon that we thought. Once you educate yourself, you'll understand that Johannes saved many, many slaves. Helped them. Johannes, Uncle Tom was not what you thought. Yeah, these fools never left the country. Jizzle Game never left the country. I look at Umar Johnson, and Umar Johnson can talk a good game, and yes, he's a great motivator. He got these people all uplifted. He talk about Marcus Garvey. He's all this African, Pan-African, and he's gonna build a school. Well, he hasn't built the school here yet. The school that he bought is an abandoned building, and he has been taking money, multiple dollars from single mothers, and he go after single mothers. Don't you know that these kind of artists out here on social media, the biggest target is the single melanated mothers? Don't you realize the target on social media is the single melanated mothers? You are the target. And the most gullible people on social media they come after is the single melanated mothers. Because the first thing that they want the melanated mothers to do is to feel like they sexualize everything, and they want they want you to open up their pocketbooks. They want you to open up your pocketbooks. The first thing that they want is that Cash App opening up. And they come after melanated copper women. And that's a fact. The weakest vessel that they come in our community, that what they do is they come after our melanated women, single melanated women. And that's the target. That's the target when it comes to social media. That is the target. You don't understand, sisters. You got to wake up, sisters, and understand that everybody, now they got some great people out here that mean well. That come out here that actually mean well for our people. I'm not saying all of them, but they have some that know what their target is. They got some who walking around. They didn't got a brand new Corvette all for you guys, living extravagant. Some of them even became millionaires. But what have they brought back to the community? What have they done for the community? And what have they done for single mothers? What have they done? See, views. Everybody not gonna like what you say. See, I don't get in offense because I don't always have a packed channel. I don't always have a lot of people in my chat. That's not what my focus is. That's not what my focus is. See, when you come within your heart, you come for your people, you don't give a damn about the views and the money. You here for the message. See, I came on here. I never had an intention. My intentions never was to come here to try to be a young Pharaoh, to come on here to try to be a Umar Johnson, to try to be. No, I'm here to spread my message to my people. I'm here to uplift my people. So if you got to tear down your people to uplift them, that's what we got to do. Sometimes you got to tear down your own people just to uplift them. I keep telling people all the time, I don't be concerned about it. And most of the time, the people don't be knowing what time I'm coming on. I might come on too early, Drizzle Game. Sometimes I might come on too early because I am a truck driver. They don't know. So it's hard for them to catch a win on when I'm coming on. So I can't blame my followers, because I didn't have big settings where I had a lot of people, people ask me, when you going on? When you going on? And when you're trying to feed your children, because I got 4 sons of my own. I got 2 sons that's in college, and I got 2 other sons that's in high school. And I'm a firm believer of being a father first. I'm a father first before social media. I love coming on here and everything. I love it. But I got to take care of the bills. I'm a truck driver. I got to take care of life. And that's what we have to understand, that some people make life of social media, which is cool. Some people made a job of social media. I've seen some guys that that then turn this to another level. And that's Hassan Campbell's had a nerve to get in his feelings. He felt threatened by Kwame Brown because he feel like that Kwame is a celebrity coming to take his dollars. But see, when you don't come in this business with that mindset that this is your job, then you ain't gonna worry about that. I come in a mindset that I'm uplifting my people. Yeah, I know you're a truck driver. You told me that before. Shout out to you, driver. Shout out to you. And shout out to all the other truck drivers that are out here. Be careful, because we've been getting nothing but severe rain. I'm now here in Laredo, Texas, I'm near Laredo, Texas, and I make a delivery tomorrow. And I'll be right there by the border of Mexico all the time. And yes, I'll be doing because I'm a truck driver, I am able to do certain I'm be doing some certain work where I can learn about the lands. I've been looking for mounds and stuff like that. Shout out to Janet, the Nubian Queen. Shout out to you. Shout out to Grand Rising to you, sister. Grand Rising to you. And see, I tell people, I say, what they don't want to hear, and I've seen this all the time, is they don't want to hear a strong melanated brother who sit up there and actually look and criticize our people, because they don't want to you going after our people. Why you not going after the white man? Because it starts with us. When you look at us, see, that's the problem. We got to stop giving the power to the white man and start looking at us. When you look at marriages, marriages are not lasting in our communities. When you look at when you see the Asians, when you see the Mexicans, you see these people with their father and their mother. When you see white people, you see them with their father and their mother. When you see all the Indian people, the India, not Indian. When you see them people, you see father and mother. When you see the Native Americans, you see father and mother. When you see our people, you see nothing but mother. And we got to break that cycle. We have to break that cycle because family should mean a lot to you. Family should mean the most to you. There's not a people on this planet that is more broken than our people. When you see Africans, you see father and you see mother. Family should be everything to you. Family should be everything. Not telling people, oh, they shouldn't get married, they shouldn't do this. It may not be for you. Marriage ain't for everybody. Yeah, I'm not telling people you should be married. Goddamn hell no. It's not for everybody. Some people, I've seen it try once, twice, 3 times a lady. I've seen people get married 4 times. It's just you. See, if you done been married strike one, okay, it's okay, strike one. Strike two, strike three, and strike four, then you need to start looking at you. It ain't the woman. You've been married that many times, you got a problem. It ain't the woman. And that's what, I want our men to understand is that when you look at you, then things could be better. But you're going around saying that it's all a woman. And you never look to yourself on why the marriage ain't working. And you don't look at yourself and say, man, I tried one woman. All the women can't be wrong. Maybe I am the problem. And I don't understand why we don't stand up and acknowledge that sometimes maybe it's us. It ain't the woman. Maybe it's us. Everybody can't be bad. Every woman can't be bad in this world. Sometimes it's us. I seen men go across seas. They say it's the women in America, and I see them go across seas, and they want to go get a woman across seas, and then that woman across seas, finally, she finally catch on to your ass, and then you ain't with her. But what's wrong with being alone? What's wrong if you just can't get it right? What's wrong with you just being alone? And that's a problem. Accountability is a problem in our community. Accountability is a problem on both sexes. Mike in the building. Mike early in the morning. I hope you got your coffee. Mike. Because that's the problem. The family, accountability when it comes down to who we are. Accountability, the things that we cannot admit about ourselves. We got to, hey, look, man, I could be a sorry ass, sometimes a guy, when it comes down to being a father, admit that you a sorry ass father. That you could be better. It's okay to say, look, hey, look, man, I got nervous. I got into fatherhood. I don't know. Maybe your ass ain't growed up yet. Maybe you had a baby and you ain't grown up yet. But you have to look at yourself and understand that you was man enough to lay down and have a baby. See, if you're man enough to screw, you're man enough to take care of your business. And some of these women are opportunists. Got a lot of women out here, opportunists. They got a lot of women out here that look for an opportunity to get with a man, and they want a good, strong man. They want a good, strong, intelligent man, but don't know how to treat that man. Don't know how to love that man. Trying to be the mother. Instead, the man has a mother, but you trying to be the mother too. Always trying to win an argument that you should not be trying. Both of you guys are just polluted together. Toxic. Trying to win debates, competition. There's no competition in relationships. And that's what's wrong with our people. We generally, what happened to the spontaneous when you first met? See, I used to laugh all the time. I said, there's a woman out here that allows her man to sit there and say, "Oh, you didn't gain weight. You fat, you a pig." But never look to her man and say, "God damn it, your ass fat too." I ain't never looked to their man and say, "Well, God damn it, you ain't the same way you used to look like in high school." See, we all change. Rather y'all get y'all ass up and walk together and lose the weight together, then you're gonna pick a fight and say what your flaws is. When both of y'all got flaws. His old ass losing his teeth. His old ass got a big ass pop belly. It's crazy. People can't even see their own flaws. Everybody got flaws, man. Shit. You get in a relationship, you think that the man gonna always be cute. Shit, he gotta get old too. Your ass gotta get old too. But you got to see the beauty in that person no matter how old they get. You're talking about the man ain't satisfying you in bed no more. Well, maybe your ass not taking the time to do the things that you used to do to satisfy him, to make him satisfy you. Do women, talking about the man and getting up, he ain't doing. Well, when the last time you wore some lingerie so the man could sit there and get stemmonized over you? He looking at these women on these magazines. Well, maybe you need to dress up like the woman on the magazine in your personal space, so the man can feel like he can get more in tune with you again. Ain't no time for you to be turning into a grandma. And then we got some brothers who don't feel who want to look like a young man. And you want your woman to be attracted to you. You want to be wearing basketball jersey. Your ass got a big pop belly. You out here trying to look like the young little boy instead of dressing like a man. And you're wondering why your woman not attracted to you no more. Some of you women don't want some of the men that don't brush your teeth no more. Don't clean up. Don't do the things that make her attracted to you. Same thing with the women. Some of y'all don't. You just feel like that you got them. There ain't no more work involved. I got them. You don't have to work no more. Once you got somebody, you got to keep working. It don't stop. People think when they get somebody that, oh, I got, that's my man. That's my woman. But it doesn't stop right there, folks. You got to keep working. Life is a marathon that you got to keep running. Shout out to Charles Johnson in the morning. Grand rising. Hope you got your coffee. And that's facts. People don't want to commit to things. You expect, you just get lazy. You got some women work their ass off to get the man, being on that treadmill, running their ass off, doing sit-ups, damn near barely not eating. But once they got him, it's I got him now. Same thing with the man. The man was out there training, going out, go lift him a couple of weights, exercising all the time, and then all of a sudden that man stopped. You don't do this for the woman, and you don't do it for the man. You do it for you. You do nothing for a man. You do nothing for a woman. You do it for you. And once you love you, then they will be able to manifest all for you. They will be able to they will be able to take in your energy. Once you love you, they will love you more. But if you don't love you, they ain't gonna love you. We got this generation where we have walked around and people have told you how I never seen people think that one-sided, that one person is supposed to give in a relationship. You're teaching your little boys that they're supposed to give girls flowers. You're teaching your little boys that they're supposed to be the only one buying, but you're not telling the daughters that they should buy, that they should give back some love. See, love goes in both ways. Love is a triangle, okay? You guys got to understand that you got to teach the boys that they got to be loved as much as the girls that have to be loved. Because y'all got this demeanor, this mindset that only girls supposed to be given something. Only girls. And then that's how you're teaching the girls to be selfish. When you're teaching them that they should not buy their boyfriends anything, that they should not buy their husbands anything. You're teaching them to be selfish. This should be taught at a very young age, that a girl should buy a boy and a boy should buy a girl. You see on Valentine's Day, you see one-sided, and it's only one-sided. Should not the boy be loved also? Shouldn't his goods be special as much as her goods? All that work just to get some cootie? It's a give and take. Everything in life is a give and take. And if you don't work hard at it, it won't survive. Anything that you do, when you're on your job, if you don't work hard to be on top, you're gonna lose your job, or they're not gonna promote you. You're gonna stay on a level that you ain't gonna evolve. But if you work hard at it, you might be the manager. Everything that you do in your life takes work. It does not, everything. I don't give a damn what you do in your life. Everything takes work. But you get a mindset that you don't have to work. I don't know. I don't understand. Once I got them, I got them. I don't need to work no more. No, you got to keep fighting to keep. Oh, you're going to keep going and running around in circles. I still be fighting to keep mine. You got to keep, every day of your life, you got to keep fighting. And they got to keep fighting for you, because if you're the only one fighting and they're not fighting, it ain't worth the fight. If you're fighting by yourself and the other person ain't fighting for you, it ain't worth fighting for. I tell you. Shout out to everybody who was in the bushes. If you're out there in the chat, in the bushes, whatever you had, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the 14, 13 people in the chat. Shout out to you guys. I mean, they got somebody out there that have it worse than you in your life. They got somebody out there that has it worse. Like Frankie. Frankie was a jolly lady, but she was also a sick person. She showed that on the outside, she was happy. In the inside, she was dying. See, people can smile every day. Frankie smiled every day of her life. She loved to party. All she did was party. Most of the time you see a crack addiction person or somebody who's an alcoholic, all they want to do is party because they want time to run out. They want to speed up life. They want to speed up life. And Frankie was speeding her life up. Whitney Houston was speeding her life up. They truly, truly were sick and dead in the inside. These women were lost, beautiful women. No matter how much money that they had, money, it was never about money. See, you can't patch money. Money can't patch up your wounds. Money will never patch up your wounds. Once you're hurt, you're always hurt. You can't throw money at a situation. Some of these girls thinking, if I got with a man that was rich, then I would be happy. No, multiple women get money and they still not happy. Multiple men get money and they still not happy. You can only go so far with money. Money will never buy you love. Evaluate who you with. I don't care how many years you've been with your wife, how many years you've been with your husband. Just because you've been with them, you got to put in work. Evaluate yourself. Some of them people will be with some of your wives and your husbands. I don't want to leave your ass because guess what? They know that shit. They done work too long to keep that name. They may want to leave your ass, but they know it's cheaper to keep your ass. They know that they got too much to lose by just letting you go. So just having somebody does not qualify you as to be more superior than anybody when it comes down to relationships and anything. You just probably got somebody who's just buying time. Because they got a lot of people out here buy time, waiting for your ass to kick the bucket and run the churches. Make your life spontaneous. Do something that you ain't never did in your life. Do something that you never did. Some of you guys have never left your city. Some of you guys ain't never. Before New Orleans had Katrina, I never left New Orleans, except for the suburbs. It took Hurricane Katrina, to push me out and see the world. And that's when I became a truck driver. And I got out of my element. The world is bigger than just your neighborhood and just your town. Go out and see something that you never saw before. Because life is too short. Take one time, one step, one day at a time. One step at a time. Be spontaneous. Doesn't matter because you got a gut. Y'all work that gut off together. Y'all exercise together. Y'all start eating better together. Y'all start listening to each other. So many great people out here. So many great people out here that's willing to show you something, but you don't want to let them in. You want the gangster motherfucker. You want some thug. And they got so many good men, decent men, willing to spur you, but you won't allow them to be in because and some of you women all about the bed and all about this. Let me tell you something. That man who rocking your world, he get old too. He ain't taking care of your bills. He ain't doing nothing for you but having sex with you. That get old too. He got to get old now. He can only pop so many Viagras. Everybody get old. Even though I'm not in the Viagra stage. I'm glad I'm still young. I'm making some light to this. I want you guys to understand this, that you got to look at life on a different stage, and stop worrying about what people think of your ass. I don't give a shit, man. If I had 13 dislikes, I don't care. See, that's what y'all got to stop worrying about. This is fantasy. You guys, social media is a fantasy outlet. It does not define who you are. It does not define who you are as a person. Every time you get up, you walk, you got, because somebody didn't make a dislike, I mean, a like for you. I mean, so be it. I'm going to live. Shit. But I thank you guys for those who subscribe. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Peanut Nola 504. Also, share the videos. You know what I'm saying? Also, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I hit the dislike button because the dislike button is just like the like buttons, believe it or not, okay? A lot of people think that if a person press a dislike, no, it's the algorithm. Even if they dislike it, it actually helped your channel. So don't be offended because somebody pressed a dislike on your shit. You know what I'm saying? So because the algorithm, it still bring attention to your channel. It is what it is. You know, I'm just I did a random today, and I enjoy talking to you guys. This is one of my randoms. I want to get back to doing it right, giving people ahead of some time to know when I'm coming on. And like I said, I'm about to go on vacation. And when I go on my vacation, I will be doing a lot of lives. The lives that I'm going to do on my vacation will be, I'll give you guys enough head up. And you guys won't have to be worrying about me just doing a random and then not knowing when I'm on. So that's what I'm going to be doing too. Son in the house, Mike, Janet, the Nubian Queen, the Drizzle Game in the house. We have some great people wake up in the morning with Peanut Nola 504. It's unbelievable. Some great people. DBPA, man, gotta love that brother. Kawanas, oh, that sister. Shout out to that other sister, Latanya. I mean Tanya Lloyd, Shaquira. I hope, Lord, I didn't just gobble your name. Chata Chieftains, always welcome here. Lady Solo. Rashawn in the house. Now, Realize TV, you better realize that brother is dope. Laniel, I'm gonna say Laniel. I think I'm finally getting her name right. Um, you know, um, I just want you guys to understand that all glory goes to the Most High. All glory goes to the Most High, and I'm not talking about some religious stuff. I'm talking about the highest energy. The highest energy. I don't care what's going on in your life, man. Listen, this video about Frankie and her daughter, Frankie dying at 61 years old, Keisha Cole going through the brunt of this because of her mother and her selfishness of her mother, because I believe it's selfishness. When you think about yourself, overdosing yourself, that's selfish to me. Now you're leaving behind your grandchildren. You're leaving behind everything because you wanted to be high. Because your ass wanted to be high. And I understand that it's a sickness. I understand because I got a family member who has been through it. I also have in-laws who have been through it. But we can't keep making excuses for these people. For them missing out on life. And like I said, some of these rap games, some of these brothers that we got, you guys, and uplift and love, they are some of the reasons why your auntie has been on drugs. Why your aunties and mothers have been on drugs. Some of these rappers been out in the streets. And now they millionaires right now to this day, cracking up the neighborhood. I know it's not their fault that they dropped crack cocaine in our communities. I know that's not their fault. But you feed it to your auntie, you feed it to your grandmother, you feed it to your mothers, you destroy you feed it to your fathers, your grandparents, and this has have destroyed our communities. And we're repeating these things, generation and generations of curses. You can't throw money. There's only so many things you can't throw money at, and you can't get your life back. Once you overdose and you gone, there's no coming back from that. So I want y'all to think about Frankie. Everybody got a Frankie in their family. Everybody. And we got to stop making excuses for our Frankies. Stop throwing money at them to make them happy, because they're not happy. Money ain't gonna change them. Only thing money gonna do is kill them. The more money they get, that becomes them. Like I said, I don't agree on that little boy, Nas X. Anybody know my channel? They know how I feel about that young man going around with this. It's not about him being gay. It's about him, the way he's pushing this agenda. It has nothing about him being gay, because I have no problem with them people. That's their problem. Who they sleep with. But what he did with his mother they criticized him because his mother is homeless in the street, and they're wondering why he not out there, why he not getting his mother. You can't keep him. I don't believe you. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing nobody can do when somebody is lost. You can't buy people. All you're doing is hindering them. All you're going to do is kill them. So you guys have a blessed day. All glory goes to the Most High. And I'm going to get ready to roll, because my hour, I'm about to get ready to keep it rolling and keeping it going. You know what I'm saying? I got to make that money. But I'm soon going to be going on vacation, and I will have longer lives, and I will have be opening the panels back, and we will fellowship together. We will come together, and we will talk. We will talk, you know what I'm saying? So I thank you guys. Remember that all the opinions in the chat may not reflect the opinions of Peanut Nola 504 and his Aborigine channel. Okay. Remember to subscribe and press a like. Make sure you hit that bell so you can get more of my content. Because they have been shadow banning me, and a lot of people don't get a chance to see my content. Okay, I try not to play no more music because for intros, because every time I do that, it's some kind of copyright. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't hear my music, it is what it is. Like I said, please subscribe. Also share the video. I'm out of here. And once again, I just saw this post before I close. Please subscribe to Drizzle Game, in his channel, and he said, you feel like shouting out a brother. Yes, shout out to Drizzle Game. It's not on YouTube. I think he's doing something on Facebook. Check the brother out. Also subscribe to his channel. I'm out of here, you guys. I'm about to get out of here. Oh, he said Spotify. He's on Google Podcasts, Podcast, and Spotify. Please go out and check the brother content. I'm out of here.